I'm curious, is there a story angle or a pitch under that multiverse umbrella that could convince you to reprise Wolverine? Seriously, so good to see you, sir. I have to tell you, what I love so much about the idea of reminiscence is that you can learn a lot about who someone is by what memory they choose to relive. So I was curious, of all the characters you've played in your career, who would be most likely to use this machine, and what's the moment you think he would go back to?
I think Wolverine. I think he'd be terrified to use a machine, but a character that has no memory of his past would want to find out a few certain details. I think that character would want to go back more than any other, for sure. But he would need someone very skilled to take him through it.
Right now, Marvel's in the background. They're like, "Yep, that sounds good. That's fantastic."
As long as any memory of Deadpool can be erased, I'm sure he'd be lining up.
All right, fair. That's fair. So much of this movie is about sort of being haunted by your past, having sort of ghosts that follow you around. Are you the kind of actor who is, I guess, for lack of a better word, haunted by past roles, or are you able to kind of sever the cord pretty quickly when it's time to walk away from a film?
No, I can walk away. I feel like I give it everything while I'm there. It's the same on stage. Like, people think I'm a bit of a freak. Like, I can walk off stage and be asleep 45 minutes later. And I have so much, it's almost like it's all been done. It's been spent, and I'm okay to move away. There are moments as an actor that I regret that haunt me still. Let's be very clear.
Like
They're
what?
harder to get rid of. Yeah, I'm not going to mention them. Some early TV shows, and now you can absolutely pull them up. But Man from Snow River, Laura, like some guest episodes I used to do, I'm just like, oh no.
But everyone does that early. I mean, there are some cringy interviews I've done. I mean, whenever I started, I was 18. Some of my first interviews with you, you were so kind and like pulled me along because I clearly had no idea what I was doing. So it happens to everybody.
It does. And do they haunt you? No.
Oh, good. Well, because I've tried to get better as you have gotten better. Look at you, man. I've seen you on stage before. You're unbelievable. I don't know if you've been following what's been going on over at Marvel. They've introduced this whole idea of the multiverse, which is rumored to allow past characters from past franchises to reprise their old roles. I mean, they're talking about like old Spider-Man coming back and being in the new Spider-Man, and they'll all be there together. You're speaking to someone who thinks that Logan is a masterpiece and that you walked away from that. It's just a chef's kiss. It's a perfect film. But is there a story?
It's a chef's kiss. It's a what?
A chef's kiss. Just chef's kiss.
Chef kiss. I like that. Okay.
Thank you. I'm curious, is there a story angle or a pitch under that multiverse umbrella that could convince you to reprise Wolverine?
Well, the fact, Jake, that I'm hearing about this from you and there's nothing in my inbox from Kevin Feige means it's probably, no matter what idea I came up with, not on the table. Let's just be clear there. But no, I realized before we shot Logan, I was like, we got the idea, we knew what it was going to be ish, right? And I thought, this is it. And that really helped me. It really helped knowing I was going into my last season, that it was my last season, that I made the most of it. And it's still a character I hold close to my heart, but I know it's done. Tell that to whoever you want, but please tell it to Ryan, because he's like, doesn't believe it, thinks I'm joking. Please.
Okay. I'll call him.